welcome to titaniumtalarstarot, and today I will be doing a how can you help yourself, others, in the world this week video, alright? So for this, I'll be using some concepts brought to us by Chris Duncan in his program, Superconscious Education. I'll also be using a deck I wrote myself, which I named the Action Oracle. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, let us get into the cards and concepts. But before we do that, let's get into today's insight. Alright, so I had something that I was going to say in today's insight, but I forgot. What was it? Plans definitely change, right? So instead of trying to go back to what they were or what they used to be, go with the flow and see what comes up. Because when you go with the flow, what comes up is more what's needed at the moment. While as if you go, there's an importance of sticking to the course of what you want to manifest, but there's also a lot to be said about being able to change and adapt in regards to the situation at hand, right? So how quick you can change and adapt is very good at showing how malleable and how adaptable you are, depending on the situation. So what I'm getting is that for little situations, being malleable and adaptive is important, but for big things that you want to manifest, like your dreams and your inspirations, those are things that will stay with you for the rest of your life and that you should be immovable about. Well, you should be able to change how you're going to make it happen, or change the certain aspects of it, but ultimately what you want is to get to that finish line of having finished or having done whatever you set out to do, alright? Just like if we take my example, alright? I had a objective of getting over my traumatic brain injury, TBI, which is what happened after I was hit by a car 15 years ago, and it took me a minimum of 7 to get better, but I initially had given myself 5 years to overcome being hit by a car, which I did. I overcame the big chunk of the issues at hand, but I wasn't perfection. Not perfection, because I'm still not perfection. I'm a work in progress, but I didn't achieve a level of complete and total recovery until about a year ago. But that was, and I'm still not done yet. There's always room for improvement, but what I mean to say is that at least getting a sense of you came full circle, which, to be quite honest with you, the bulk of it I did in 7.5 years, which I previously mentioned. But then to really get over it, it happened at the 14-year mark. And now I'm still working on improving myself. It's getting to a place where you created what you wanted, but you still want to create more. And so that you don't stop, you're always in creation mode. So you're always looking to go farther and farther and farther ahead and always push your boundary is what I'm getting, okay? So that was it for my insight for today. Okay, so now let us get into, see how interesting I had just to make a plan, because I had an idea of what I was going to talk about before I started the reading, before I started the video, I did not write it down. I forgot it, and then I was like, okay, we're gonna do something else, I guess. Being able to be malleable and still get your point across. If the initial message I wanted to give out was important, it's going to come back to me at some point, and I'll write it down. So it's not the end of the world. But being able to be malleable even in situations where things don't necessarily go your way is what is more important. Okay? So now on to the reading. So I will be dividing this reading with the 9 orientations. So now, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my perfectionists, which will be the first group, the group of individuals who intuitively know how things should be done in order for them to turn out great. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my perfectionists, please come forward and share how can they help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my perfectionists, please come forward and share how can they help themselves. And you got, look for something new. Look for something new. So my perfectionists, how you can help yourself is to look for something new. Instead of just harping on the same thing over and over again, try to break free from that prison. I'm thinking of someone in specific who has been hurt. Her heart was hurt, and she still can't drop it, while the person who hurt her has moved on. And I saw this, and I find it very, very sad for her, because she's young, and he's not. In any case, so my perfectionists, that is how you can help yourself. Now, how can you help others? How you can help others is to have fun respectfully. Respect people and have fun all the same. So how can my perfectionists help the world? I've already pulled some cards, so I won't do that for these. So how my perfectionists can help the world is by flow with. And what I'm getting this time around is that to help the world, the best thing you can do is to flow with it instead of forcing it to be a specific way for you. You can follow it in its way of being, right? Okay, so that was it for my perfectionists. Now on to my helpers, the individuals who intuitively know how to assist anyone in any situation, anywhere, at any time, alright? So I pulled 3 cards, and how my helpers can help themselves is by follow your intuition, okay? So there's something that you would like to do, and this is just saying follow your intuition. As I said, to do, the number was 0111, right? So I find it quaint. So for my helpers, how you can help yourself is follow your intuition. Listen to it when it speaks to you, because it's going to give you your next step. Now, how can my helpers help others? Be patient and nurture, right? And what I picked up the first time around is that all 3 of these were connected, which meaning that the way you can help yourself is by following your intuition. The way you can help others is by being patient, following your intuition, and knowing when to be patient and nurture with them, so that they can grow and expand within their own confines, within their own within themselves, actually, and how they can help. How you can help the world is by being satisfied with your current situation, because you can't do more than what you currently have or what you currently can do. And so the best way to move forward is for you to be satisfied with what you got. Okay? Now, that was it for my helpers. So now on to the achievers, the individuals who intuitively know how to set goals and go about achieving them one by one. So what I pulled for how my achievers can help themselves is to align with. Make sure that your goals, your aspirations, your all those things are in alignment with what you want to create, what you want to manifest. Make sure that all of these things are in alignment and all that, okay? And what I also picked up on is how the perfectionist can help the world is a number 49, and how my helpers can help the world is a number 59. So that's kind of a synchronicity. Now, how my achievers, the individuals who know how to set goals and go about achieving them one by one, how they can help themselves is by aligning with, meaning that, as I think I mentioned, if you make sure that you are in, that you know, right, that before you set out to do anything, that all your goals and aspirations are in alignment to actually achieve what it is you want to achieve at the end of the day, and how you can help others, my achievers, is by being loyal, by being loyal to what it is, to that group, to that person, whatever it is, right? Is to show that individual or to show that group that you really care for them, that you're really there for them, that you're not going to change your mind willy-nilly whenever you feel like it and whenever things get tough, right? So now, how can my achievers help the world? You got set up, set up the framework in order for you to help the world the best you can with what you've got and what you already know to be true for you. Okay, so that was it for my achievers. So now on to my individualists. The individuals who intuitively know what to place in the center of attention, how long to keep it there, for what aim, and what purpose. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my individualists, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my individualists, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. And you got know that everything will be fine. Everything will work out in the end. So my individualists, just know that whatever happens, you are golden. You're good. Okay? No need to go cray-cray. You are fine and dandy. Okay? So that is how you can help yourself, my gorgeous individualists. Now, how can you help others? So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my, what am I doing? Shuffling it again. My individualists, please come forward and share how they can help others. And you got recraft, repurpose, rebrand. I guess I had to shuffle it to get this card. So my individualists, how you can help others is by recrafting, repurposing, and rebranding yourself, or your image, or your what you're doing to help the world the best you can. Right now, how can my individualists help the world? Where is the blue one? Help the world. You gotta take it as it comes. I feel like you have a big project in mind, and this is just saying go with the flow, follow the steps, don't skip them, and take it as it comes, because you're gonna have to change your method as it comes, is what I'm getting. Okay, so that was it for my individualists. Now on to my investigators, individuals who intuitively know what to research, how long to research it, with what methodology to use, with what aim, and what purpose. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my investigators, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my investigators, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. And you got dismissed, for they know not what they do. Are you in a team, a team project that some of your colleagues aren't necessarily cognizant of what they're doing, or aren't necessarily on the same page as you, or aren't at the same maturity level as you, or something along those lines? I don't know, but whatever it is, you're going to have to, understand them. Now, how can my investigators help them, others? Please, God, angels, and guides, and God, be appreciative. Be appreciative of what they are. See, how you can help yourself is understanding that. Be dismissive of the fact. Are you a teacher, or are you the head of this project? And you're like, why aren't they getting it? That was me in some projects. But I was the one not getting it. So that is an interesting fact. So how you can help yourself is by understanding that not everyone is at the same level as you, and how you can help others is by appreciating the little gestures that they do. I know it's not necessarily the best, and I know they're at that level, they should be able to do it, but what would be more important, that you make it clear to them that they're not up to par, or that you build them up and you bring them up to par, right? Now, every leader can build people up to par, so just be cognizant of where you stand in that, right? So how my investigators can help the world: set boundaries. So as much as you are being appreciative of others, if you don't set your boundaries, they might take advantage of you and of your kindness and all those things. So this is giving me helper vibes. If you have, you might be an investigator with a lot of helper, whose second personality type is a helper. So just keep that in mind, okay? So that was it for my investigators. So now on to my loyalists. Individuals who intuitively know what to be loyal to, how long to stay loyal to it, for what aim and what purpose. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my loyalists, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my loyalists, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. And you got trust the process. In due time, it will get clearer. It will make sense. So my loyalists, right now I feel like you might be a little lost in the rigmarole. 51, 56, 61. Alright, I'm just seeing a number pattern again. There is. Okay. So how my perfectionists can help the world, and how my perfectionists and helpers can help the world, both end with 9s. How the achievers and the individualists can help the world, both end with 6. And now there's number 51, how the investigators can help the world, and number 61 for how my loyalists can help themselves. Anyway, it's just cute and quaint, and it's so I like it when that happens. It's just visually it's pretty. I'm a Libra, so I like pretty things. Anyway, I digress. So, for my loyalists, alright, just trust the process and just know that in due time it will get clearer, even if right now it doesn't. But the more you trust the process, the shorter the amount of time it'll take for it to get clearer, for things to get clear. And then, alright, also that's when things will start making sense. And for some reason, I got a flashback to an Outlander season. It was in the one where they were on a boat, and then specific captain who was smuggling people from the States to England this was a very difficult season to watch. Was throwing people off ship because they were sick. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I remembered that. Well, trust the process. There must be a reason why he's throwing people off the ship. Because, well, they were sick, and back then they didn't have as many methods of getting better. So when one person got sick, it was more likely that a lot of people would get sick as well. And some of them didn't. Most people didn't have a strong immune system at that time. So, yeah, trust the process. Not the best, but trust the process. Hopefully, it will not be in regards to like killing people off, but in regards to. Maybe it's in regards to a show, and trust the process of the show. I don't know, because now I'm thinking of Dirk Gently's on Netflix. Dirk Gently, Holistic Detective. The process was completely made no sense at all, but at the end, the author tied everything together. It was quite beautiful. Anyway, so that was it for how my loyalists can help themselves. Now, how can my loyalists help others? Have standards. Have standards that you have standards that you uphold, that you have standards that you have standards that you maintain, that people need to respect, and all that. Okay? Interesting. So, now how can my loyalists help the world? Well, how we can help others is by having standards for them to see your worth and want to follow you, because they see your worth and they see that you actually can deliver. Now, how can my loyalists help the world is by remember better things are coming. Are you in a role of power? Are you in a role of leadership? Which is why you need to remind the people you lead that they need to remember that better things are coming. That they're working for a specific goal in mind, and that everything will make sense later on. I hope that makes sense. If not, ask questions, it'll be my pleasure to answer, okay? So now, on to my enthusiasts. The individuals who intuitively know what to be enthusiastic about, how long to be enthusiastic about it, and for what aim and what purpose. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my enthusiasts. I also want to say how to get others enthusiastic about it as well. enthusiastic about something as well, which means that this is going to be about a very select few of you, or some parts of it are going to be for a very select few of you. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my enthusiasts, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. And you got envision the future you want. Trust that it will all come together. Trust in that vision. Now, how can my enthusiasts help others let go of overlook? Don't be so bogged down as to they aren't getting it correct the first time. Are they new hires? Just be understanding and give them the time they need. Wow, alright, this must be more on point than I thought because I'm yawning. Alright, so that was how my enthusiasts can help others. Now, how can my enthusiasts help the world? Forgive, for they know not what they do, is what I'm getting. Do you have a very persistent fan club who you got extremely short with and you exploded in their face and like, and now you're just trying to, recover the pieces because you were not in the right mind at the time and whatnot. So that was it for my enthusiasts. Now on to my protectors, the individuals who intuitively know what to keep safe, for how long, for what aim, and what purpose. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my protectors, please come forward and share how my protectors can help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides. And you got ascend or help to ascend, mentorship, my protectors. Help others reach your heights. Help them get to where you want to get to. Now, in certain situations, I'm a protector, and especially I'm a protector in, like, with my mentees. I'm also a protector in regards to my love life. Well, it's also related to the fact that I'm a loyalist in my love life. But, so I'm getting that, you're learning something excessively important in either your love life or your in your role of a mentor. And so you can use that to help others to improve their own situation. Okay, so that is what I'm getting. Now, how can my protectors help others be open to change? Be open to how you assist them. Be open to figuring out new ways, better ways to assist them, is what I'm getting. Because there might be something better that you can do. Now, how can my protectors help the world? And you got drink up, bask in. Drink up. And help the world by acknowledging it. Bask in the glory of the world is also what I'm getting. Okay, so that was it for my protectors. So now on to my chameleons, the individuals who intuitively know what intuitive style to use in any given situation. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my chameleons, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this week. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my chameleons, please come forward and share how they can help themselves this weekend. You got complete a cycle and start something new. Complete a cycle and start something new. Finish one thing and move on to the next is what I'm getting, my chameleons. You know, for you. Do that for you. Now, if that thing that you're thinking, I don't know, finish something up for you so that you can get more income out of it is what I'm getting. Or find a way to make it more succinct. Interesting. Alright, I think that's for me as well. Now, how can my chameleons help others? Mold. Well, if I follow complete a cycle and start something new to help yourself, so mold someone's example. Take on their characteristics in order to become more of what you want, more like them, more like the individual you want to become is what I'm getting. Now, how can my chameleons help the world? And you got clean up. Well, I heard clean up on an L12, but what am I also getting with this? My chameleons, you can help the world by cleaning up the oceans, cleaning up the forests, cleaning up your house, cleaning up air, cleaning up misunderstandings, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, my chameleons, that is what I have for you guys for this video series, okay? So, my gorgeous triple tears, this is all that I have for you guys for this video. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Next Sunday, alright? Bye.